What's up, guys? Welcome to Shay's World. I am your girl, Shay, and today we are back talking the GOAT. This is episode 9. We're almost at the finale, guys. We are almost at the finale. And as you can see, things are a little different here. We're back together in a different space.
What it do?
So I have my lovely co host.
It's your boy Malik. Woo woo.
Good job. So, yes, I have to, before we get started, I have to thank Malik for helping me put my little studio together. So, thank you, friend.
It was nothing but a heavy lift. It's all good.
He had no clue what he was coming over here for.
It was a trick for sure, and I did fall into it. I actually set up the trap for my own self, I guess, but hey.
And did. And did. So, now that we got that out of the way, let's just go ahead and jump right on into this episode.
Let's do it. The GOAT. Episode 9.
Got my notes. Got my screenshots. Got everything.
Drink.
Yes. Keep my cup with me. Shout out to Michelle.
Shout out to my tequila.
So you know what, guys? Before we get started, I gotta tell y'all about this guy and his tequila. So he's like, "You want some tequila?" I'm like, "All right, it's that type of party, cool."
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna just drink it straight. So I'm like, "Do you want ice?" He's like, No. Cool. So I get me some ice. I'm already drinking a Red Bull, so I pour some of my Red Bull in there. I even have some rose lime juice in there. I poured some of that in there.
She did it. The works. Did it up.
I tasted. I said, "This is good."
She said,
"This is good." And as I say it, the rest of it goes down, and I realize before he even say it, it's water. So I've wasted my good Red Bull, because now that's the only thing I'm pissed about, because now I've wasted my good Red Bull.
You put the whole Red Bull in there?
No.
Oh.
I was so upset.
You got some Red Bull line. I don't know what you're talking about. This is a pure Don Julio tequila, okay?
He wouldn't be drinking it like that, y'all. He wouldn't be drinking it like that. So, anywho, let's get into the episode. So, it starts off, we have Jill and Joe in the kitchen. I guess Jill is cooking breakfast. And then we finally get to see what I feel like we haven't seen the entire season. Jason, and Davon are talking. And they have been together since day one. I did not know that.
Yeah, I thought there was a clip where they or there was a part earlier in the season where they were like, establishing how they were cool with each other. They had a second to step aside and be like, "Hey, like, I like you, like, he was like, I like you. Okay, let's work together." Da da da. So, yeah, they haven't really been, constantly meeting up with each other, but they've been loyal to each other. They stay true. So,
I guess I felt like when they were all together in the beginning, because they were all Wendell, her, all of them were together. But then I thought when like there was the split, it was the clear Wendell's room plus Joe, and then the rest of them.
Mm-hmm. I think maybe, but I also feel like maybe when Davon saw that Jason was actually like not really trying to come for her, Davon was like, "Okay, let me also stay true," and it was probably vice versa. So maybe that's also like what played a part.
I don't know. I was confused, and I was just like,
I was confused.
I was like, but when that happened, things started to make sense for me, because there was once this vote that, hold on.
Lord, honey. What did you do to his head?
So we have, you can see they're in there talking, and like I said, they've been together since.
Piggish of me. Forgive me.
Saw them damn what you call things.
The Fasaviers.
So it's like I don't know. I don't know how I felt about this one, just because I really thought that Jason was with the guys or the gays plus Wendell this whole time, but now it makes sense that there was this one particular vote that Wendell thought he had in the bag and they didn't. And now it makes sense because it was Jason who ultimately didn't vote that way. I can't remember who it was they were trying to get out or who they were trying to keep. Or was it may have been with the tech vote. Yeah, with the tech vote, the whole tech vote out thing. That had to be, that's probably where I should have picked it up. With the whole.
Did they not find out who voted the wrong way?
I don't think so.
Oh, wow. So Jason was able to get away with it.
He's been able to, like he said in the clip, no one knows. Like, at this point, I don't think anybody knows that I'm working with Davon and I have a final 2 with Davon. So, I mean, he's done good. I mean, that's kind of like a good gamer.
Yeah, he's
go undetected like that.
I mean, he's played his own game in a way. Cooking isn't really a game. However, this the game of the cooking shows that is a game. So
yeah. So next we see Paula and Jason have a conversation. And now for me, this was Paula waking up. And I don't know if it's because of what CJ had said the night before or if she's always felt this way. And I'll say why I've made that comment a little when we get down the line in the episode. But I don't know. But ultimately, she tells Jason her plan, which is if I win the GOAT today, I would go for Davon. She asks him for a name, but he doesn't really give his answer would have left me very shaky. I'm sorry. But he said he would do Joe. How did you interpret this conversation?
I didn't necessarily think it was wise on Paula's part. I don't think, you should ever say, hey, if I do this, I'm going to do this. You just do it. That way, if you don't get the chance, if you don't become the GOAT, it's not like, oh, well, yeah, I did say that and I got it. It's like, okay, well, I can't do this. Now let me think. Like, otherwise, you see what happened. Jason was like, let me run back and tell because
right, because that's exactly what happened. That's exactly what happened. He goes right back. I'm sorry, y'all. It's hurting my head.
I'm scared. I don't think she should have said that, but Jason saying he would put up Joe. I mean, I don't really. Yeah, I guess it kind of sort of makes sense out of Jill, Paula, and Davon. Well, I mean, he could put up Paula, but I don't think he would tell Paula to her face.
No, I don't think anybody would tell Paula to her face, because she's a firecracker.
Okay. What do you mean you're gonna put me up? What did I ever do to you? I say, and you're gonna put me up? Okay, so when I get GOAT, I'm gonna come for you, and I'm gonna put.
Yeah. It's gonna be all of that, all rah. So, of course. So then, of course, Tosh comes in. He tells them about the day, what the day's challenge is going to be, what this day's theme, and all of that. And to which the theme is, let me see here.
Be a
dating shows. So today's theme is dating shows, and Tosh is crazy. He's really crazy. What did he tell these people to their face? He was like, in the beginning, I wondered if I would care who, made it to the last 5, and I have to tell you, I still don't care.
Nothing has changed.
I'm like,
I was expecting it. I expected that.
I'm not familiar with his comedy, so this is, my first time, but he is hilarious.
I'm not really either, hilarious. But I agree. I like his humor, that type of humor.
Yeah, so he do let them know that this GOAT challenge it's the last GOAT challenge that they're gonna have before the finale. So this GOAT challenge is very, very important because whoever wins GOAT not only secures himself in the final four, but they get to put somebody up for elimination. And then, of course, the person who loses the elimination challenge is also the second person that's up for elimination now with the whole switch or whatever. So I'm like, Devon, my girl, if ever you have needed to be GOAT, this is the time that you need to be the GOAT.
This
Or
is the
Jill.
challenge to
I
have
feel like
won.
her or Jill needed to come out of this challenge with the GOAT in order for her to stay.
I feel like her or Jason.
Well,
I thought
yeah.
I thought it was Devon and Jason versus Jill, Joe, and Paola, to be honest.
You know what? Because I think Jill might have took the shot too. Jill just might have took the shot.
Paola and Jill are closer than Jill and Devon are.
But
in
at
my
this
opinion.
point, Jason, sorry, y'all, this is going to be spoilers because there's no way to kind of really talk about this episode without really telling what happens in the end. So,
My girl is gone. And y'all know what y'all did.
they played the game. They played the game, man. They played the game. That's what they did. They played the game.
How freaking dare they?
They played the game. That's all I can say.
There's no way we lost Wendell. Did he go home last week?
No, Wendell went home 2 weeks ago.
Who went home last week? CJ?
CJ.
There's no way we lost Wendell 2 weeks ago and then we lost Devon.
Mm-hmm.
What is happening? I didn't even have
Maybe
a
if she'd have
third.
worked with old Wendell, maybe they both could have been here.
Damn. All that
Just
hubris.
Just
Get you gone.
saying.
Get you
Just
gone.
saying. So, yeah. It's time for the GOAT challenge. And like I said, this one is about dating shows. And so Joe is feeling really, really good. He's thinking he's going to be able to kill this, knock this one out of the park. And I am like, oh, when I saw the challenge, and this is what they walked out to, y'all. This is what the heck they walked out to. This man in a costume, naked, hairy man.
Oh my God, I forgot about that.
What the fuck is this?
Yo.
Come on, Taj.
That shit kills me every time.
He's like, don't worry about what I have on. The costume department is running out of options. Like, what does this costume? This costume has absolutely nothing to do with this competition. So
it's dating. It's attractive.
I mean, I get it. No, I don't.
Beautiful hairy dad.
I lied. I just lied. I don't get it.
I don't get it.
I don't get it. Whatever.
Another
At
thing
this
I
point,
don't
it's
get,
expected, and I'm cool with that.
I don't get the challenges, and we'll get to the second one in a bit. And I guess like this one is kind of like a kissing challenge, but they should have just made this a food themed week, a food reality week. And I know they kind of sort of already had one, but like this is more. I feel like they have kind of trouble like putting the right game on certain. Yeah, I feel like they have trouble matching that because like a couple weeks ago or maybe last week or something, like it was really just like a couple episodes. I was like, this. We were both like, this challenge doesn't really. I don't see this for this theme. So
well, it's funny you say that because Tosh does say like one of his little takes when he was explaining the second challenge. He was like, in our sad attempt to play off of these shows, so it's kind of like
he was like, this is not a good
so actually
boom,
I actually watched an interview that Tosh did. Well, he has this podcast and it was him and Joe, and so he said like in him signing up for it, one of his things in signing up for it, one of the things it had to be was you had to make a mockery of reality shows. So you called it is kind of like I forgot the word you said earlier. Yeah. So I don't know. I guess the kissing of the orange. Well, I mean, I guess we got a very good kissing scene out of this.
We
so
did.
and I'll show you. I'll pull it up and show you all. But we do get a kissing scene. So
eating them oranges.
this this game is called Lipstick. And what they have to do is only using their lips. They have to kiss an orange, but and keep it up against this plexiglass. They'll go down every 5 minutes in increments, and then at that point, it's whoever can last the longest or whatnot. So ultimately, you need a strong back and some strong legs for this.
Some of them people was using their teeth. Some of them people was full on.
I would have hoped that they were using their teeth.
That's not how you kiss.
So we get in position, and this is the first, step. Everybody's like, okay, I can do this. Blah 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 blah. So
I bet you these people not stretching for real either.
Yeah.
Except for maybe Paula.
So after 5 minutes, we go down to the second one.
Maybe they want to.
Yeah. By the second one, Day was a little shaky.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Now on this one, she was really shaky. Her and Joe were starting to struggle by this point right here. What were you about to say about Paula?
Nothing.
Shaky,
you're gonna say no. You're gonna say
okay.
You're gonna say.
This is the fourth one. So at this point, we're at 5, 10, 15. We're about 20 minutes, and sadly, no. Yeah.
Oh, they have to hold it for 5 minutes?
Mm-hmm. They were holding for 5 minutes in each point. So they go down to the very last one, and my girl goes out.
I said first.
Really? Like
first.
Like my girl.
You don't won the challenges you didn't even want to win.
True.
The one you gotta, girl. Okay.
But my girl said
back pain.
Yeah, she was like, I'm not gonna throw my back out trying to win this, and then now I can't do anything. She was thinking too far ahead, because I'm like, well, shit, if you threw your back out and you won, hell, at least you got the rest of the night to rest.
Hello? I'm over here like,
but
girl,
then again,
like,
back problems ain't no joke either. So.
Girl, no. What makes a goat? Back pain, okay?
Oh.
You want to know? Davon, you literally are the queen of motherfucking girl. It doesn't matter. I'm finna hustle through it. I'm finna da-da-da-da and get this money. So her being like, girl, I would rather save my back and then da-da-da-da. It's given you don't want to be here no more. It's low key. I don't know how true that is, but it's given, girl. I don't even want to be here. I don't know why I'm here. I want to go see my baby.
I think she started to. I definitely think she started to get in her head at this point. Like, I don't think she was thinking this challenge. I was thinking she was thinking this challenge was going to be something easy, kind of like everything else that she's already, done and everything like that. And then it's not as easy as she thought it was going to be. And it's like, my back hurt. It's been a minute. It's been, if I know 10 since she's competed.
10 years?
Yeah.
On what, the challenge?
Mm-hmm. It's been a minute since Day has competed, so I can understand. And just from watching other shows where these old retired contestants are coming back in, they are struggling to do it. So I can't give her them. I get it. That's your Weird and Pig, so you pissed. I don't think. I think Wendell. No shade, but Wendell would have bared through that back pain.
Oh.
But I digress. So yeah.
Okay, Wendell said, now, I gotta get this money to feed my baby that's finna get
my bad. That part. So anywho.
So is his baby here?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
His son is here. Let me see. They filmed this a year ago. So yeah.
Oh, happy birthday.
Anywho, so like I said, we're on the last one. Davon was struggling, Joe was struggling. Again, remind y'all, he is the tallest one out there. So my boy back is his back is killing him. So he is trying his best. He is struggling really, really hard. to keep this orange in his mouth, and
you got it.
my gosh, this is what we see. And the production is so shady that they put this. Joe's been living in the goat mansion way too long. Like, they are so shady that they did that to him. But he was, and this is just a still shot, but my boy was going up and down with that orange.
He was wearing that orange. Ow. Okay. Rolling that baby
he
up
was
and down
getting
the
it,
thing.
man.
I said, woo, that orange is
So
inside. I was jealous.
So needless to say, Joe goes out. So now we're at right about 20, as you can see, 29:20, and Jill is like, I gotta go out, ladies, you know. And of course, you know, she has the back brace. She had her back brace on. So I don't necessarily know if it was a hindrance or help, you know, because I mean
30 minutes.
But she had on a back brace.
Take that back brace.
You see what I'm saying? Like, what the hell?
I feel like if she would have won, then maybe somebody, I don't think nobody would have questioned it. But yeah, I would have. I was like, she won. No, she got her back brace. Got it.
Yeah, I'd have been like that too. Again, guys, I'm always issue a disclaimer when I do hear him. If you can hear my dog barking, it's just because he cannot get in here. So carry on.
Carry on.
Carry on. All right. So now it is. Oh shit! Sorry, I went to the wrong picture. So now it is just Jason and Paula. Excuse me.
Yeah.
So they're up there. It's, what is this, 30 minutes and 24 seconds or whatever. And
no, that's exactly true. That's exactly right. 30 minutes and 24 seconds.
Anywho, he's starting to struggle a little bit or whatever, and they go a little bit longer, so they get to about the 37-minute mark, and he starts to try to negotiate with Paula. He's like, I'm getting dizzy, girl. You know, let's just tie it out, and we'll go on 3. We'll drop on 3. 1, 2, 3, and we'll drop. Really? You
think I'm finna fall for that bullshit?
This late in the game, she's like, I've never won anything since we came in this house. Like, he's like, I haven't either. Sir, you just won $5,000 yesterday. Or, the 2 days ago. Don't do that.
For eating a stick of butter.
You won $5,000 for eating a stick of butter, and you want to try to pull that? Like, no, sir. I know what you're doing. Yeah, she knew what he was doing.
But if I was Paula, I would have agreed. But I wouldn't have done it. I would have been like, yeah.
And then that's what they would have seen, that they both were shady as hell, because he had said in his confessional he had the intention of dropping on 4. So she should have said it just to see. And, but
I would have kept it pushing, bitch.
So,
you thought.
It is what it is.
But he wasn't good enough. He still didn't do it.
He was not good enough because my guy did not pull out
drop the orange.
The win. He dropped
at
38-28. He dropped. And now Paula has won her first win, period, since coming in the house. Like, she has only been on the winning team twice. The very first time. No, not even the first time, I think. Only once. Yeah, so she only has one competition, and that was a group win. That wasn't even was that a group win? No, that was an individual win. So she just got one little individual, and it wasn't like a GOAT win. So my girl has won. Sad day for some people. Sad day. So Tosh is talking to them, letting them know, like, all right, this is, what it is. Who are you going to put up?
Who am I going to put up?
So of course, we've already talked about it, said it already, but let me ask you this. when you were first watching it, who did you did you automatically think that Paula was going to go through with putting up Davon?
Yeah, she said it, and Paula's not scared of anybody.
No,
So
she's not.
yeah, I expected that,
Mhm.
but it's still when she said it, I was like, oh my god, she's going home.
It was like it's up there.
She's going home. I
Yeah.
knew it.
Yeah, it was definitely like, damn, that you either have to. I started feeling exactly how I felt once Joe said Wendell's name. Like, you have to win tomorrow and save yourself, and this is it, point blank, period. And as confident as she is or she was in Jason, thinking Jason and Jill had her back, I wish she would have checked in. And I'm jumping ahead just a little bit. It is what it is. I wish she would have checked in with Jason just one more time when they went back in that house after the elimination challenge. Just to we'll get there, but yeah. I was feeling very deja vu-ish in this episode. Yes.
It's very,
because now keep in mind, this is my number 2 winner pick. You see what I'm saying?
We both lost our top 2, so we didn't have no 3s. Like
for real 3. You know what I'm saying?
CJ was a 3rd at that point, and look, so I then lost my top 3, one in a row.
So now, this is where the show gets good, y'all.
Lost Tasha. You know, I'm not even finna. Lauren caught a stray.
Oh. Lauren caught a stray.
Alyssa done. I don't even know what happened to her.
Your winner pick happened to her. That's what happened to her. Your winner pick is what happened. Your winner pick got out Alyssa, and your winner pick got out Wendell. Okay? Your winner pick. And now look what we left with for a Final Four. Out of all them good people that was in the house, this is what we left with a Final Four.
Yo.
It gets better, y'all. So let's keep going. So we go back in the house. And Paula, of course, she's super excited. She's emotional about her win. So Jill, of course, is doing the motherly duties that she does. She's in there. She's talking to her. She's saying, you know, I'm excited for you. I'm happy for you. You know, nobody would be upset because Paula thinks nobody is happy for her win. So ultimately, they're talking, but then before the boom, she's saying that she heard Davon and Jason talking, and that she heard Davon say something, and then Jason said, oh no, I'm not going to do that. So in that moment, she knew they were coming for her. Now, I don't know if I've said this already on this camera, but it's in my notes. However, before they were headed out to the GOAT challenge, Jason told Davon about, well, yeah, you said it, that she told Davon. Jason went back and told Davon what him and Paula talked about. But what we didn't say is that Paula was in the kitchen when this conversation was taking place. Paula was in the kitchen initially when they were talking. She was in the kitchen, and she walked past them when she heard them talking. She walked past them, and then she went in the room. So she heard something, but what she heard, I don't know, unless she heard something that they didn't put on camera. That is what she's sticking to, that what she heard. But according to Davon's defense, I'm going to go with, I think we heard what was actually said, which was, she coming for you, girl. Right. You know, and all Davon said is, I can't worry about that right now. She didn't say anything bad. She didn't say, I'm going to win. You know, she talked bad in her confessional, but she didn't say anything in that moment that we were seeing. So.
But I think for Paolo, it was just like, oh, so you just immediately go, okay.
But she didn't say anything. Why is, and I'm gonna get there. I'm a slow roll it there because we got definitely gonna pause and we gotta talk.
Okay.
Because I have some questions. I just have some questions. I want to know, you know, if anybody else peeping what I'm peeping right now.
Is you clocking that T?
Yeah, I need to know, is y'all clocking that C? So Davon comes in the room and she's like, I heard what you said, but it's not true. So you could have came and asked me or whatever. They're going back and forth. Paula is saying, she's standing on her word and what she heard and blah, 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 blah. Devon is like, no, just say you thought you couldn't beat me, like, because you're trying to put a lie on me. I didn't say that. He came and said something to me, like she's defending herself and she's being honest. She's like, he came and said something to me that ain't have nothing to do with me, just say you didn't think you could beat me in the end, and that, like, I can accept that, because Paula is saying you need to learn how to lose. You need to learn how to lose. She's like, no, it's not that I can't lose, but don't be lying on me as to what, and saying you're putting me up for a different reason. Like, don't cop out. Say what it really is. So,
and then the whole time, Jill over here like.
Jill is like, I do not want to be in the middle of this. She did not want no part.
Girl.
So it starts to get a little intense.
A little.
The ladies, it got a little intense. The ladies got.
Paula called Day a bitch. They said, "Hold the fuck up. Who the? But I'm finna show you her fucking bitch." And Paula said, "Get your motherfucking punk ass finger out my goddamn fucking face, bitch." I said what I said. Devon said, "What? I got some for that." I was playing. They did not do any of that. There was no hands thrown. There was no fighting. Both of the ladies, although things got extremely heated and extremely intense, they did keep some sort of decorum, and they even came back and said, "Baby, I want to do some things, but what I'm gonna do is pray." And that shit hit. I'm not gonna lie. When she said that, I said,
I'm gonna pray for you. So, but now before we even get there, this shit was funny to me. This shit right here was funny to
me.
Yeah.
You better pray for her. I love that.
Jill goes out of the room when they got in each other's face. She goes out of the room and called Jill. She's like, "Get in there right now. They're in each other's faces. I don't want these girls touching each other. Get in there right now.
Come on, hurry up. Let's go."
She runs freaking Joe. Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Like, they are going.
That's the final two, right? That's the final two.
Right,
okay.
Right. So this is what Malik was just saying when she came back, because she left out and she came back. She was like, "You know what?" And I was like, "Here we go. She about to go there." And I wasn't gonna be pissed off that she went. I was not gonna be mad, because she was gonna be fully justified if she'd have laid Paula ass out verbally. Okay, verbally.
I thought she was too. I was about to be like, "No, girl.
No. Don't, because you don't call her a bitch." And I'm quite sure at this point y'all have had that conversation about it. And Paula, you're not black. Ooh. Don't be calling a black woman. She may be POC, but she is not fully African American. Okay. I'm sorry. Like, she is not fully African American.
I mean, don't call her. Don't call her
on national TV when she's already fighting that stereotype.
But I also was like, when you already got that piece out and you're already outside the door frame, that's why when she turned around and she was like, "And then you know what?" That's why I was like, "Bro, because you already said you about to drag it. You about to do it, because it's already tipping. It's already a dangerous grounds for a black woman on national television to raise her voice and to show her anger." So props to you for doing that. But I was just like, when she turned around, I was like, "Girl, please, you got to."
But I would like to note, it shouldn't be an issue for a black woman to be able to be angry and confront somebody when they playing on their motherfucking head.
Hello, and call her out her mother loving name.
Have you not watched The Real Housewives of New Jersey? Okay. Nothing but Caucasians and Italians. And they be flipping tables.
Okay.
And there is nothing wrong. And they get millions of dollars of budget.
Hello.
Okay.
Hello.
Let's the pendulum, it gets flipped both ways, in my opinion. And that's how it's gonna go over here in Shay's world. So over here in Shay's world, she'd have been fully justified if she'd have laid that motherfucker out. And that's just what it was. But she took the high road and she was like, "As much as I would want to do something to you, I'm gonna pray for you." And that was that on that.
That meant something to her. She needed that. She needed that for real. I think at that point she was like, maybe that's why she didn't talk to Jason. Because at that point, well, have we even gotten to the second challenge yet?
No, we're on the one.
Well, even still, I just feel like at that point she was like, "Girl, like, what does this mean to me for real? Like, I'm gonna still try, but girl, like, these girls is playing with me. I've been away from my daughter for so long.
Yeah.
Like,
It's the next day. We get everything calmed down and whatever. And I will just because I'm not gonna just give Paula to all of that. She did apologize for calling Davon a bitch. She did
you talking
apologize.
about in that moment?
She did apologize in that moment. She did apologize.
She did. She angrily in that moment. I do think it was sincere. It was just an angry sincerity.
Yeah. No, because I think the first one was the angry one, but then she said it a second time when Joe came back and when Joe was in between them, she was like, "No, I did say I apologize for that." So I do think she did take it back, but it was for me. I felt like I'm just not convinced that y'all hadn't had those conversations about Davon's times and struggles. Maybe not to the extent of how she's had them with Jill, but you can't tell me that you hadn't had any of those types of conversations, even if it was brief, about what Davon's reality competition journey has been, for the public and stuff like that, the outside world and the things that they say about her. So for you to even do it, even it could have been a slip, maybe not because, she was pissed because you felt like she called you weak, but I don't know. I just was like, no, Paula.
That's
like,
never right.
Never, like I'm rooting
when she
for
said that, I said, "Oh,
yeah."
Bitch. And then
like, I'm over here conflicted because now I'm sad that the writing is on the wall that Davon is going home. But I'm actually genuinely happy for Paula because it's like, dang, you got it. One, you woke up to what CJ was saying. Two, you finally got a win, and you did take the shot at Davon, because she could have took the shot at somebody else and honored the original agreement with them and went to the end. So I'm over here rooting for you, and then you called her a bitch, and I'm just like, you lost me. So now I'm not rooting for you to win.
Oh,
Sorry.
really?
No, I'm not.
Who you want to win then?
We'll get there. We'll get there. So, but before we get to this elimination challenge, we got to talk about Julian's burnt but not done muffins that she had.
One muffin looked like this. The other muffin looked like this. Girl, they was not cooked. They was not finished.
But they was dark as I don't know what. And I don't do dark skin muffins, so.
She talking about something. It's bananas. It was soft on the inside. It was doughy.
She's like, I'm sure
the
it's a banana.
professional chef who has won the cooking competition literally said, "Baby, this ain't it."
They're not done.
She said it's
and
bananas.
And then here's the thing. She said they were chocolate chip muffins. She didn't say chocolate chip banana muffins. And who would put chocolate chip and bananas together?
I would. Chocolate and bananas, all right. But there was no chocolate chips in that muffin.
Apples and bananas. It's my palate. So, yeah. But now, last thing. And this is what I wanted to talk about. So, understand that Paula and Davon are fighting. But they are fighting because Jason stirred the pot. Jason threw all of this in the wind, and he is in this kitchen and in his confessional riding high on his glory.
Cooking in the kitchen.
He's like, they are making it easy for me to get to my win because they are like fighting. And in reality, if Paula would have just, like Davon said, came to me and asked me or talked to me about it, she would have known, like, Jason is not your friend. Davon ain't your friend either, but if you were gonna judge it off of that situation and that situation alone, then Jason ain't your friend because Jason ran back and told me that I was your target. So, like,
make it make sense.
But Davon clocked it. I hadn't said it yet, but Davon did clock it. She was like, just say that you can't beat me. Or maybe I did say it, but I'm gonna say it again. Just say that you can't beat me and keep it freaking real. Like, Keep it real. So it's the final competition, guys. We are at the final, well, not the final competition, but we are at the final elimination challenge. Let me say that. We're at the final elimination ultimation challenge. And it is by far what I have been waiting on. I was wondering if it was gonna happen. The show is called The GOAT. I don't understand how you can have the GOAT without a goat. Any goats. We hadn't seen any goats. This is the first time we had a real goat on this show, and I was really, really happy. So
this should have been, again, this was not a dating.
Well, the goats dated. It was matchmaking with goats.
I guess that's okay. I feel like it would have been better. This, I don't know. Maybe okay. I'll leave it alone.
And then they had like the Bachelor goats and stuff. That's like they had their little names and.
I thought it would have been better as like an animal reality challenge or something like that. But you know, this is fine. I was like, you can't just throw up some lips and a fucking ring and a fucking pair of shit, some champagne glasses and color. But you know what? I'm just hating. Maybe I think that is fine.
So for the challenge, this is the little thing that they'll the goats will be in, and as you see, it's like 4 or 5 little pins. They have to match up 2 goats. The goats will have the little tags to, accompany whatever little pin they're supposed to go in. It's kind of like matchmaking, but then to make it not as easy, there's going to be other goats in there with tags, but their tags is just a plain tag. The challenge in itself is this freaking goat herding, yeah.
I feel like, okay, so like this is me finna rework the whole challenge. So if they had got a group of, maybe they didn't want to bring other people, but let's just, to make it fun so that they could have thrown other people, you guys like a group of like 20 extras, right? And you have to pair up 3 people within 5 minutes, or whoever does it the quickest, right? And so it's like everybody has a certain description. It's like, I like to do this, that, and the other, but I don't like to do this, that, and the other. But I want somebody who does do this, but not that. And so you got to find somebody.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. They got little cards that say, I do this.
Yeah.
But I,
you got to link it up. Okay.
Yeah. That would have been cool. But I like the goat. I mean, we needed a goat challenge. We needed goats for something because the show is called Freaking Goat.
They need to put me on the production. I'm ready. I'm in Atlanta, so hit me up, please. My email is Malik Arlington Films, or just hit up bellmalik1118@gmail.com, and my people will get with you extremely shortly. Thank you.
I'm his people. All right. So first up is Paula, because she's the GOAT. She's going first. The person who loses will be ultimately the person who pairs their goats up and get them all in their pins with the longest time. So that's going to be the other person who'll go in. If Davon wins, of course, she will be able to save herself and put somebody else up on the chopping block. So Paula's first. She does pretty good starting out. She starts off pretty good. They start to get a little, rowdy or whatever with her, but she does manage to get all of hers in. Well, all of them get all of theirs in. Next up, we have Jill. Now, Jill, she got the first one in, but then my girl started having some problems. So after her first one, this lady takes off her watch and tells her, hold it,
please.
Like,
hold it.
What the heck, ma'am? These people do not work for you. You're on a show.
Yeah,
they contracted you.
They know.
Oh my gosh,
these people
ridiculous.
Work for Jill from Real Housewives or wherever she's from.
Man, oh my gosh. So then, like, the goats are like attacking her. She's having a hard time. Like, this one goat just was following her around. It was a mess. Jason is next, and my dude, he whips through this thing. Do y'all see how he dragging it? Like, somebody called the ASPCA.
No shade, because that would have been me. Look, I got some money to win. I'm not trying to be going home. Come here, Billy.
So, when Joe comes up, Tosh said, I have a feeling that he is going to be disturbingly bad at this. Everybody know Joe sucks.
Isn't he always?
Like Joe sucks. Like look at this shit.
He's playing a fantastic game.
He is. Like, is it really though? But is it game at this point? I don't know if it's game or the nigga just can't play.
It's like when somebody takes a bow and arrow and it's just like, I don't know what I'm doing, and they shoot a bullseye. That's what he's doing every fucking week.
But he fails every time.
Well, he fails. Okay, but it just works for him somehow.
It does.
He takes the elimination and doesn't go home every week.
Every time. It does. Every time. Like, look at him.
He accumulates vote. He gets 2-3 something votes, but never goes home.
Never, ever. So next up, we have Davon and shit. My bad, y'all. Let me go back.
Where's the back shopper? Where's the diamond? Where's the diamond?
So Day actually is getting her goats really, really quickly, and she gets down to she gets down to her last 3 goats, and one of her goats gets loose.
Fucking Billy.
It's like, what the fuck? So she starts to get a little frazzled, but it's like, keep going. She does really good. This is the last one that got away, if I'm not mistaken. Like she
was dragging. She was doing it though. She was getting like 3, 4, 5, 6 at a time.
She was. She got him. But so her turn is over, and we find out who is going to be the loser, and without a doubt, we knew it was Joe. Like, if anybody watching this had an illusion that it was going to be anybody other than Joe, you were a little slow. Ooh. Like Joe. Oh. Sorry. Didn't mean to offend anybody. I'm not trying to offend anybody. I'm just saying you're a little delusional. Maybe slow is the wrong word, but you're a little delulu, or you must be Team Joe, because there's no way you thought he got those things in time. So Joe is the loser and Jason is the winner, and we find out that Davon only lost by 17 seconds.
Oh, for real?
She just starts crying.
Oh, no.
It was 17 seconds that she lost by. And Tasha's like, Day, how are you feeling? And she's just like, I'd have felt better if I lost. But to know I came so close, and I was just like, oh my gosh, like, damn you, Billy Joe.
Fucking
Billy Goat.
God damn it, Billy.
Like, if only, it wouldn't have gotten out. Like, she really would have crushed it. Like, because all of the people were over on the side. Like, they were over there talking, like, asking Jason, like, do you think she's going to beat you? Like, do you think she's like, we get back in the house, and ultimately Davon and Jill have a conversation, and Day is just telling her, everything I've been through in here, and you're the only one that's had my back and stuff like that, and they're just trying to figure out a game plan. Now, needless or unbeknownst to them, while they're talking, Jason is in the kitchen. But here's where my question comes in. In their conversation, they're saying you need to go secure. Jill is saying you need to go secure Jason. Like, it's going to be Jason who you need to go, and that's going to help get you out, get you through this. Because he walks away during this conversation. I don't know if him listening helped or hurt her. I don't know. I was left feeling a little, I don't know, because then
Devon, never mind.
They do talk, and she just reminds him, like, I saved you week 1. I just need you to repay me and remember that and save me tonight, and they have their little moment and things like that. But then he does sit down and talk with Joe. And Joe had the perfect strategy for this. He basically threw Jason's words right back at him. He was like, on week 1, when you were up there, your pitch to Tasha was, who do you think you can beat in the end? So I'm asking you, I'm going to flip that and ask you, who do you think you can beat in the end, me or Davon? And I think that just really tipped the scale, unless it had been his plan all along.
But they're thinking that like I can beat you in a physical challenge. Y'all don't think
They don't know what the fight. They don't know what the final is.
But if you can base it off of something like any reality show like Survivor, or like House of Villains, where they're coming back and placing votes, then you know that this is more of a social game.
But the probability of any of these people in this house, with the exception of Wendell and Davon, have never watched House of Villains. So they probably don't even know anything about the contestants coming back in. You know, there's a possibility of people coming back in the house and it being type of jury type of vote style, Big Brother style, Survivor style, whatever. Or they're probably thinking it's going to be along the same lines of what we've been doing. We're going to do a GOAT challenge and do this, or it's just going to be a competition and whoever wins is who wins.
And then also, when Tosh says this is the last GOAT challenge, this is the last elimination, I don't know.
I mean, I get it. It's the last challenge, but I think they're thinking they're still going to have to do something against each other. And they're saying they can't win. Unless they're thinking everybody knows how much this means to Davon. So I don't see everybody coming. If it is, even if they're thinking it's a vote, they're probably thinking, I don't see everybody not giving it to Davon, because we all know how much this means to her. Like what this would mean for her. I mean, I don't know. Because it's not like the people is broke people in this house. Okay. For real, for real.
I mean, I feel like if I were to go in the finale, or I feel like if it was somebody like Jason versus Davon, I think Jason would have a chance, because like half of the house went home at Davon's expense.
This is true.
And a lot of people were like, Davon is a powerhouse. Davon needs to be put down. So I feel like if somebody like Jason were to go up against Davon in the end, you have a chance. You didn't send home any of these people.
Exactly, but here's the thing. Some people may not reward that because they may feel like you just skated by.
That's true.
I mean, it's up in the air. It's a 25% chance. If you have a Final Four, if there is no eliminations, it's a 25% chance, you know, 1 out of 4 chance of you winning the $200,000. So, right. You know, it is what it is. Everybody goes to vote, and everybody comes out. Everybody actually looks pretty decent. Here we go with the first one. We have Paula. She looks good in her green. Tosh, actually, I'm not mad at Tasha's outfit.
It was good.
So I'm not mad at it.
Let's give it a red carpet premiere. Red carpet premiere.
Yeah.
This is actually, I think, the best he's looked in the GOAT challenge.
Absolutely. Even down to Joe. Even down to Joe. This is the most adult he's looked.
Oh.
So these are the two people that are up. We have Davon and Joe. He always finds his way back over here for some reason. And then we
Pablo was talking about having a name for her seat. No, have a name for Joe's seat.
Right. And then we have Jason and Jill. Jason always got on some type of red. Red must be this man's favorite color, because he always got on some type of red form of jacket blazer with some jeans.
It's my favorite color. I love it. I think it looks great.
I have no problems with it. I have no qualms with it. Yeah, I have none. So we get to the vote, and I mean, you guys, we've already said it a million times.
Did you hear me when I was watching it and you were in here and I was like, you didn't hear me?
I feel like I did, but maybe I don't know.
I was like,
I figured that would be your reaction. So I tried not to allude anything to you that Davon had.
I didn't. I was not expecting. I thought that Jason was going to go home.
Really?
I did. Yeah. I don't know why. I just thought he was.
I thought coming into it, I really thought the way they were gonna knock them off, I thought it would have been Paula or Joe, or Joe then Paula. But I also didn't realize that this would have been the end either. So, I mean, this was the only shot that they had if they really intended on winning to get Devon out. So they got her out, and here's the thing, my girl. She didn't go out like, you know what I'm saying?
No mad motherfucker. She went out with Grace.
She didn't go out no mad motherfucker. She went out with Grace, but she threw shade like a motherfucker because she said, whoever wins, congratulations to whomever wins. We are tied together for life because you will be the GOAT, but they're going to always say that Devon played a hell of a game. I.e., bitch, I carried you here. She was like, I got 3, GOAT.
That's why her back. That's why her back hurt so much.
That's why her back hurt. Because she carried all the motherfuckers there. She carried every last person that is in that room single-handedly there. But we're left with the final 4, and the final 4 is Jill, Joe, Paula, and Jason. How do we feel about this final 4? I would have never imagined that this was the 4 that would have been left in this house.
Wendell, Devon, Alyssa, and CJ.
We're supposed to be the final 4.
Where are they?
Where are they?
They went out one by one, I think. I think it was Alyssa, Wendell, CJ, Devon.
No, it was Alyssa, Tech, Reza.
Oh.
And then Alyssa.
Oh, Reza.
Alyssa made it to 4 or 5. 4.
Yeah, so who's your
and
winner?
Actually, I think Reza went home before Alyssa, possibly.
No. Reza just went home. Like right before Wendell, I think.
Okay.
I think. Who's your winner?
I know. My winner would be, I think Jill gets it. She has not one enemy in that house. I think Jill or Jason pulls it off.
For me, it's Jason or Paula.
And it's starting to look a little bit like Jason to me. Because he was a silent and secret assassin. So he played a good game. A very good game. Very, very good game.
Who was that said we need to keep Jason around so he
can cook? That was
that's his game right there.
Joey Sasso.
Okay.
And he left the first time.
The first one out.
The first one out the door.
Yeah, but he was the first one to be right.
He was. He told the truth. Like, keep him in here and y'all will be good. Okay. But
he peeped the game early.
Yeah, he was definitely a double agent for sure. I'm very definitely sure that's how Devon was able to curb a couple of Wendell's plans.
Really?
And that's how that ball steamrolled for sure. I'm kind of sure of it at this point. So, but that was this week's episode, guys. I am going to give this week's episode, I'm gonna give it an A because it was as sad as I am that Devon went. I have to put my gamer hat on. It was the best game move decision that they could have made in the house if they wanted to win. And then it was drama filled. So that is the only reason I'm giving it an A. I really want to give it a B, but I can't give it a B because it was entertaining. So I have to be fair, and I'm gonna give it an A. What are you giving it, friend?
F.
Damn.
Z.
I wasn't even this salty when Wendell got out. Dang.
F for fuck y'all hoes for getting Devon out of the motherfucking goat house. How dare you? How dare you? I cannot believe it. Let me stop. This was a really good episode.
It was
This was a
good.
episode.
Thank you. I'm glad you got that off your chest, though.
This
Woo.
was a good episode.
Don't nobody come across his path today because he liable to cross you because you out today. Yeah. Woo.
I give it an A- just because the challenges were.
You are
you
not
know
the
what?
big
I'm gonna stop hating on challenges. It's
All right. Well, that will do it, guys. Before you guys leave out of here, make sure you're not stalking us, okay? And you're liking the video. So on your way out, like the video. Like the video. Thumbs up. And if you give it a thumbs down, give it a thumbs down. But if you give it a thumbs down, drop down in the comments and let us know. I mean, not really, but do drop down in the comments and let us know your thoughts on this week's episode. How do you feel about the whole situation? Who was in the right? Who was wrong? Was it Paula? Was it Davon? Should Davon have went ham? Let me know all of that, how you feel. What's your thoughts? We just gave you our thoughts, so we would like to hear your thoughts, okay? And again, if you are not subscribed to this channel, go ahead and make sure you do so, okay? All right. So
that notification.
Yes, please hit that notification bell button. I have a bunch of more videos getting ready to come out. We're putting the finishing touches on editing them. Let's see. I have a Survivor 46 that just put up on the channel today. We just put another GOAT episode on the channel today. Drag Race will be up on the channel by the time you see this video. And then the only thing you'll be waiting on is Celebrity College Hill and more traitors.
We're keeping it coming, y'all. Okay.
Yes. It is a lot, but we keeping it coming to you. You keep it coming back to us, and we will see you guys in the next one. Peace.